Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I've worked with the earring again. First part is making the earring, and the second part is this time actually and successfully rigging and editing the whole earring until it is a finished product that is good for any that is good for rigging, that doesn't distort, and that doesn't do everything that I don't want it to. So it's basically a finished earring for renders, which you also will see in the end. The render with the earring, that is. I still while I worked on this, I still not down to doing hairs or doing hair really good or anything else. I tried with a choker, for example, to create the same effect, that the choker isn't completely distorted, or the necklace on the choker, but this didn't work out, so I have to experiment a bit more. This is also why I only have one video this week. I experimented and decided in the end that I still want to do this video with this content, and but it means I still have not, I don't have it fully down, so I'm not fully there yet. As you can see, this is a multi-part piece. This is quite a bit of forth and back in here. For example, at this part where I am right now with the plane, or with the grid that I'm working on, I originally wanted to have one grid for all three of the rings down there, and in the end I decided this is not gonna work like I wanted to. I also, as you can see, wanted to have the rings just below the hoop, and also have them a little bit behind each other, so one is in front, one is behind, and in the end I decided, okay, this is not gonna work like I wanted to. So at this point I decided to make all the rings at the same height, or at the same depth of the model, and also I decided, okay, this is not gonna work like I want to, so I cut out one of the figures and copy pasted the grid to the others. But as you can see, this gave me the chance to actually I'm sorry for that, to give it the depth again that it is supposed to happen, supposed to have. So I also decided, okay, I'm not going to do this right under the ring. This is going to be the lowest part of this, and next I tried to do a feather again, and I need to look into how I want to do the exact form that I wanted to have. I wanted to try something in the idea of the Valkyrie that I did back last year. So it was supposed to look a little bit like this. But I guess I just I could have just did it the same way. I wanted to try something different here. I wanted to basically try just try a few things out, and in the end this didn't work like I expected it. It didn't work like I wanted it to. I still kept it in. I still kept it like it was. This also means that there's, at all times when I work with this, there's always parts that I don't know, that I don't actually get, and that I have to look into and get better at, which is also a bit positive, because means I always have room to grow and to get better at stuff. So this is the feather part, or yeah, it looks like a feather. Originally I wanted to have this basically in golden, like golden feather from the earring that that is hanging down, but I later on decided to change a few parts up, have this on the top on the ring, and have the other part hanging down. But yeah, and we'll see how it looks in the end. I mean, I've worked on the connector here. This was a bit not tricky, but yeah, I used a little tricky. I extruded the lines, the edges, which and then I extruded the faces that I created with the extrusion of the edges. So yeah, just quickly welding the points here and giving it a bit more thickness, because this, I mean, in the end it's not really that important, because you will not see this small detail in the render. You will not see how well it actually connects on the ears. So this is probably not really necessary or meaningful, but it's still something that I usually work on and try. Right there I'm doing the UV maps. This is really yeah, more or less quick and easy and fast, because they will have really simple textures anyway. And yeah, this is basically the first part of it. Yeah, the next part is taking a bit more time. This is also sped up, but I'll try to get to go over it as good as I can. I actually have the whole thing written down for me, so that next anytime I do it, I can like work like a check mark. It's like a checklist, so I can just start and work with the checklist. Yeah. First is I import the object, and I actually use the transfer utility tool here. Next thing is I set up a face group, so I choose different parts of this and make face groups, which I will use later to make the weight maps without without getting any problems. I deleted all the bones that I don't need for this, so basically this is just a simplified bone structure for the earring. And as you can see, I've added a few bones in, one for the ring and one for the actual hanging, dangling part here. I set the weight maps to the actual parts here, to the actual bones. This makes it really simple for me to later add the weight maps to the object without having to draw it. Yeah, after that I'm converting it to a vertex group, and the next thing is a bit important and a bit tricky. I have to select a single polygon, a single point basically on this, which will be a reference for the rest. Whenever I morph the figure, it will basically look at this point and say, hey, is this point morphing? And since it's a single point, it can't morph, so it says, okay, everything in this object will stay like this point stays, and if the point doesn't change with itself, which it can't, the object doesn't deform. So this is what I'm doing to kill the deformity. Right there, I'm setting it up so it doesn't, so it stays with the figure. Last thing is adding the texture map, and this is basically the whole thing. As you can see, it moves, and it doesn't deform with the body, which is what I wanted to. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions, just ask them in the comments, and see you guys around.